thought that it would be so easy, but chances verse and so quickly. Hey, hey, after loving you, I'm kinda drained. Wonder if I'll ever be the same. I love the way you break me, oh, it's so contagious. Break my heart, cause you know I can take it. Don't say sorry, cause I know you're faking. Just admit that you made a mistake. Big sigh for you. Can't believe mine. Big sigh for you. Can't believe mine. Big sigh for you. Can't believe mine. Big sigh for you. I love the way you break me, oh, it's so contagious. Break my heart, cause you know I can take it. Don't say sorry, cause I know you're faking. Just admit that you love the way you break me, oh, it's so contagious. Break my heart, cause you know I can chase it. Won't say sorry, cause you know you're faking. Just admit that you made a mistake. And I met her downtown in the slums of Austin. Once we were sober, she said,
I'm from Boston.
I told her I couldn't give massive two shits. Luckily, she likes guys that treat her like help me.
Everything calls me Mickey. Just wanna be your darling.
This pain is fucking empty. You warned me. So listen, I know you're probably with him, and maybe for good reason. But you don't fucking need him. I warned you. I tried my best to hide it, but now I'm done denying. You were
Perfect, and I'm so sorry.
I'm such a dick, but you still love me. I still regret letting you leave me. Don't you forget you used to need me. Should probably take my own advice now and move on with my life now, and stop singing about how you left me. Maybe stop getting your advice from the guy you get your high from. If you want my advice, run real quickly. How can I love someone that can't stand the thought of loving me back? Why do I think I need that? I know you hate me, but one day, babe, you'll thank me for teaching you how to leave a piece of shit just like me. I warned you. I tried my best to hide it, but now I'm done denying.
You were perfect, and I'm so sorry. I'm such a dick, but you still love me.
I still regret letting you leave me. Don't you forget
You used to need me. See you soon, Dad Bot, of course. Hope you feel better. I was dead. You don't actually have to wait for that, I've just realised. Hi everybody, welcome in, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, what's up? Hello. There were so many, I was replying to Gris. Oh, I forget. When I type into my chat, it sends it to both YouTube and Twitch chats, the message, and I forget that, like, if I'm replying to one thing, then that doesn't apply to them. Oops. You like the bows? Thank you. They're cute as fuck. Thank you. I appreciate it. The timer constitutes a binding contract. Yeah, well, so does the start time on a Twitch schedule. So, you know, here we are. Good morning. Welcome. last stream, I don't know if you recall. Today's stream isn't going to be so long because I got a fuck ton of stuff to do, but we do have a movie night on the Discord, so that's pretty cool. But if you recall, yesterday's stream, I asked you to have all of your bad parenting confessions, either bad parenting that you've done or more likely things that have happened to you or things that you have seen. Or times that your parents have kind of just sucked a little bit. Let's vent about it. They're completely anonymous. I hope you come prepared, and I hope that you're ready. And here's the link. Get them in there. And can we also pin this, please? Thank you so much. Can I put the times my parents did not suck? You can, but it won't be as fun if we're like being nice about our parents. But you can, and it might be a nice, like, relief? Potentially. So. It'll be easier to write. Oh, shit. It'll be easier to write because there are fewer incidents. Oh, my fucking God. You got a good one? Do you know what? Is that what I'm surprised by is, like, people who weren't there at the end of yesterday's stream, so weren't preparing, have come in just hot right now and been like, oh, got it. Straight away. I know what I'm going to say. I know what it is. I've got metric tons of trauma ready for you. Don't you worry about it. I am so excited and also so sorry. A little bit of both. Whoops. Howdy, hi, Paper. How you doing? You're early today. Welcome. It's getting very tiring that many of my favorite streamers' schedules overlap too much. Yeah, it is a thing, isn't it? That like a lot of people stream at the same times. It's true. Well, that's why we have VODs, I guess. Obviously watch me. I'm the best one. But there it is. Birthdays count. Birthdays especially count. Start hating some of them. Yes. Start banishing some of them from your life. Imagine it being your birthday, open Perry stream and see the title being worst birthdays. It's foreshadowing. Sorry. Sorry. Is it your birthday, Flaming? Do we have any birthdays today? How's it going? I watched a TikTok. This isn't the origin of the stream. There was an Instagram reel, which is the origin of today's stream, obviously. But I watched a TikTok where there's this girl, and she was talking about why her birthday every single year sucks. And like, she was like, it was just really poignant, and I was watching it, and I was like, oh my God. And I watched it, and I thought, that's sad as hell. And I thought I would share it with you so that we can all feel sad. But that comes later. Don't worry, we're going to laugh at some bad parenting first. And then we're going to look at some story times of the worst birthdays ever. And I'll show you the thing I found on Instagram. It actually baffles me so much. If someone could explain to me what's fucking happening in that Instagram reel when I show you, that would be useful. And then we're going to get all sad and poignant. And hopefully that will take us up to time. Hopefully we'll be, what I mean is hopefully we'll be able to fit that all in. Because I'll be very, very sad if we couldn't. Hopefully we will. We'll get it rapidamente. Jeremy Clarkson's birthday is today. Well, that kind of foreshadowing is okay. Happy Friday. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Every birthday you have means you're 1 year closer to your last birthday on this earth. Although, to be fair, that is true every single day. Also, it could be your last birthday anyway. Because you might die like that day or tomorrow. So. Whatever.
You miss me.
How old are those? We did get them for the boat stream. Yes, we did. So like a month. I do not do the twisty plastic thing. I did not know that was the thing, but that makes sense. Actually. They're not stale yet, though. And they're not blue, either. So I feel like it's fine. Toby, thank you so much for the 9 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check expiration date. I have eyes. I'll just see if they're blue. What do you mean, check expiration date? What are you, some kind of, like... soy boy, beta, bitch boy, cuck? Check inspiration date. Don't check the inspiration. Don't check the expiration. Check the fucking food. Asshole. No, do check the expiration date as well. I'm not qualified to give advice about food safety. But sometimes I find that ridiculous. Sometimes I do. Use your eyes just to look at the expiration date. Thank you so much, Toby, for that sub. That's so nice for the 9 months. And Gwictus, thank you for the follow. The inspiration date. That's today. Do not listen to Bear about food safety. Yeah, that's probably a good... true say, Grim. That's probably a true say. But sometimes it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, is this bread still good? Look at it. Is it blue? No, it's fine. Is it going to be its best? Maybe not. But what are you, some kind of princess? Like, I don't understand. Is this chicken okay? Give it a whiff. Are we smelling eggs? Are we smelling sulfur? Does it look like a demon has gone into the packaging? Then no, it's not okay. GG's, friend. Well, the chicken's probably, like, not something you want to mess with, but I don't know. Yes, best before is not the same as used before. Best before is just telling you that if you have their product after the best before date and you're like, oh, this isn't very nice, then it's your fault, not theirs. Yep, Lena, absolutely. The canary tactic. Have someone else try it first. Specifically a boyfriend if they've been annoying that day and see if they die. Very good. But if you say we shouldn't listen to you, then I won't listen to you, so I will listen to you. It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? Welcome, Theos. Again, this is one of those scenarios where I ask you, dig deep into that skull of yours, find a brain, and use it yourself. Think about it, man. Is the bread okay? Is it blue? That's it. That's fucking... Sorry, the other day I got into a bit of a scuffle. Okay, not the other day. This was when I was a child. It's like 11. And my dad was asking me like so much about whether the bread was okay. And I was literally, I had it up to here. I was like 11. So having it up to here was quite an extreme thing. And I genuinely had it up to here because I was like, first of all, ask mum. I don't know. Second of all, is it fucking blue, dad? Don't think I used the fucking, but that was the tone. And I stand by it. I stand by it. Once I dig, my brain won't work anymore because of that open wound. That's a very good point. Have you seen Saw? Where he makes them perform brain surgery on themselves. It's really gross. I can't remember. I think it was the most recent Saw because I saw it in the cinema. I saw it in the cinema. You can also get white mold on bread, you know, just in case. Yeah, but you can see that, you see. Again, that's something you can spot with your eye holes. You see. Oh, are these eggs okay? Pop them in a glass of water. Or crack them open and see if they look weird. I don't know. You can't always see mold on bread. If you're fucking blind, maybe. Also, you can smell it and you can taste it. It's true. Although by the time you've tasted it, it's a little bit late. A little bit of mold never hurt anyone. I'm really not allowed to give food safety advice. Again, just really making that clear. You can tell if eggs are bad if you shake them. Who's out here shaking eggs? It's like maracas. Guys, this is Madam Mold. She can see mold on anything. I can spot mold on anything. It's true. I've never been surprised that my food was moldy because I'm not a child or an imbecile. You call me Madam Mold. I like that, actually. I'll take it. I've eaten mold before and I turned out fine. I stopped one time I came home and I stopped my brother from eating cake because I could smell his plate. Right, I was sat next to him on the couch and I could smell his plate and I was like, that's mold. I smell mold right now. I've always been attuned, guys, but I smell mold right now. And I'm like, bro, hold on. Stop what you're doing. and I looked at his cake. It was blue on the bottom, man. It was like bright blue on the bottom. I was like, what are you doing? So I took it away from him. And I was like, older brother, by the way, by many years. Anyway, I took it away from him and I was like, don't eat this. And he goes, oh, thank you so much. And he'd only had a couple bites. So it was like, chill. And then he looks down on the ground and he looks a bit sheepish. And he's like, Perry, that was my 4th slice. I was like, oh. He was sick that evening, but that's okay. That's probably a good thing. Get it out, you know? Rip. Oh well. And now he keeps making me, for the next year, he kept making me sniff his food. Pathetic behavior. I tried. I did my best. I wasn't there for the previous 3 slices. I wasn't around. At least it was delicious cake. But this is the thing, it was covered in mold. It wasn't delicious. It tasted like mold. I don't understand why he enjoyed it. Like, why did he enjoy it? Why was that tasty for him? I don't get it. Maybe only that slice is moldy. Copium. Maybe some people can't smell it. Maybe. Or taste it. Maybe. That was the last piece that might have done him in. True, he could have died from that last piece. And I saved his life. Maybe. I have an awful sense of smell. That's alright, Ned. That's okay. You don't need one unless you're like the rat in Ratatouille. You can also use eyes. And that works too. No, he was fine, Anushka. He was fine. Cheese molds aren't the same species. Yeah, it's different on cheese. And it depends on what kind of ones. You know. I have practically no sense of smell. By contrast, my mum is like a police dog. Is that useful or annoying? The upside is that a lot of foods taste the same to me, so I'm not picky. Oh, that's nice. Also, do you have like a lack of sense of smell, or you're just not very good at picking between them? Because I always thought that if you like didn't have a lot of sense of smell, then you probably weren't overeating either, and that's nice. Hi Greg, how are you doing? Lack of sense of smell. Interesting. Oh dear. I'm sorry. But it means you probably don't overeat. Because a lot of the time I'll have like 7 carbonaras because I'm just like salivating over it. And then by the 7th one, I'm like, that's probably too many carbonaras for one day. My love for tasty food has ruined me. Exactly. I'm sure that's not true, but exactly. My former partner had a full mushroom stem and cap growing out of her wall in her uni accommodation. Same. She didn't know about that I found behind a door that always stayed open. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have plants growing through my walls. Not mushrooms though. Why was it so dark and damp? But plants, leaves, vines. That was more of a reflection on the house than me, to be fair. They really survive, man. A lot of plants, they really survive. It was a garage renovation. Oh, that makes sense. Oh dear. Hi, Projected. What's up? How are you doing? I love stories of little mushrooms growing in bathrooms in the UK or Germany. It's cute. Cute little mushies. Because of our poor, uninsulated housing. Anyway. The mycelium network. The hive mind. Fungi are amazing, exactly. But you know what no one talks about? Mold. No one ever talks about mold. It's so interesting and it looks so different depending on what it's growing on. Like, it's just so, like wine mold, like red wine mold looks like little flowers and it's really cool. And then on bread, obviously it looks like just like blue spots, but then in other places, and it grows so quickly and it's so interesting. And then like you get spore clouds and some of it's black and some of it's white and then they go into the air and it's really bad. You shouldn't breathe it in, but like still. It's so interesting. I love it. I want to make a mold farm. I want to get like a little box and have like different, what are they called? Petri dishes of different substances like red wine, white wine, grape juice, dirt or something, and just see what happens. I want to do a mold cultivation. And we can have it, you know how people have like dog cams and cat cams? You can have my mold system. The mold cam. Yeah. I think it'd be cool. It's definitely unique. Oh, sweet Jesus. Everything you mentioned is easy stuff you forget to throw out. Well, that's how I know. Because it's... My interest in mold started after I forgot to take coffee mugs downstairs. So. Oh, I have a video of the wall ivy. I do? I did not know this. Huh. Continue in browser. Ugh. I don't even know, Discord. I don't even know. What is it? I have no idea which email I use for Discord. I never also know for any of my emails, I never know whether or not it's com or co.uk. I'm gonna assume it's a com. Password could be freaking anything. Did I get it first try? Oh my god, I did. Oh my god, look at me go. Okay. Put plants into the pool and they will empty it, but then I have to get plants, and then what do I do with the plants? I also have plants in my house. Oh wait. I do. I have real plants. Wait, why is that? Oh, hold up. It's the wrong monitor. Oh no, you missed me. Put plants into the pool and they will empty it, but then I have to get plants, and then what do I do with the plants? I also have plants in my house. I do. I have real plants. As of 2 days ago, I'm really excited about it. So basically, my wall at the front of the house isn't really a wall. I found out recently. Did I show you? Did I I think I took my phone at some point. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh. So I don't know how else to explain it, right? It used to be longer, but it's like this moves. And it's like plants coming in through here. Like I really nice used to be longer, it used to come out like here. But yeah, I called him Marvin, but the issue was that I got frustrated with how gross my house was one day after Marvin had been growing for a couple months. I got frustrated with how gross the house was and how it wasn't clean and how he had mold everywhere and how it was damp and all of this stuff. So I pulled him from the wall and then immediately regretted it in a rage. And I was like, I murdered Marvin. He had to go though. He did have to go. It was a good decision, but 07's for Marvin. I feel really sad. Yeah, I murdered Marvin. I did decapitate him. It was a pull. I pulled his guts out. Yeah, it's true. Is mold air bad for you, or is that a wives' tale? What do you think, Geeps? Let's stretch our little brainsies here. Breathing in mold air, good or bad? What do we think? Your disclaimer's not on screen. I don't think I need it. Honestly. Bad. Yes, I think so. I think it might be bad. Mm-hmm. Zhao says it's a wives' tale, 100%. I'm sure there's a cult that uses that as therapy. People microdose on mushrooms all the time, but it's a different kind of mushroom. I from my understanding. True, penicillin. I didn't think about penicillin. That's a good point. Again, it's different. I microdose on black mold, same, but not intentionally. Microdose on black mold. See, that's bad, I imagine. But I haven't done my research. You know why I haven't done my research? Because I haven't got my mold station. I haven't got my mold lab set up. It could be so cute. Did you see the wine mold? I tried to show you and you didn't want to look. Did you see it on the red wine? It looked like little flowers, like little flower buds, floating on the top. It was really cute, and they were blue and yellow. They were really pretty. I tried to show him and he was like, I'm not looking at that. Please go and sort it out. It would make your skin cruel. So maybe, are we saying no to the mold lab? At least on stream. Someone needs to stop it. As soon as we move out into a bigger house and I have my own office, I'm starting a mold lab. But don't worry, I'll keep it like contained, you know, safe and stuff. I'll use gloves and whatever. It will be a contained system. Can we experiment with what molds are more likely to grow on various kinds of liquid and food? Yes, and how? Lab content. Exactly. Maya and me are polar opposites right now. Oh no. Anushka, thank you for the bits.
Miss Anushka says, cheer 100. Here is a small contribution towards the big house.
Thank you. That's very nice. For the mold lab. Exactly. We like the mold lab. Mold is code for meth or shrooms. See, people will think that I'm growing mycelium. Is it mycelium? I'm growing fungus in my office. I've got a lab, but it is just literally mold, like on coffee. Anyway, have you guys been putting in your telonyms? Let's find out. Confessions. If you guys don't know, there is a pinned comment, or there should be a pinned comment. There's a pinned comment about where you can confess bad parenting stories either to you or you did it or that you've heard of. Log in. Fuck off, man. Did I use PerriKaryal or my other email? Who knows? Let's find out. Incorrect. Maybe it was Google. Yes! Okay, cool. I'm in. Alrighty. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Okay, here we go. I can't tell if it's bad parenting, so I'll let you decide. I'm gonna put you over here. I can't tell if it's bad parenting, so I'll let you decide. I was a leash kid. Apparently, I had undiagnosed ADHD as a kid, got diagnosed last year, and me being a leash kid explains a lot. It made me develop some weird, intimate interests. We didn't ask, bro! We didn't ask! What the fuck, man? Keep it. Might not be the intent my parents had, but it's the long-term effect it had on me. Yeah, I can't imagine that was the intention from your parents. But that's so funny. Someone, yeah, reveal yourselves. This is ridiculous. Hi, OJ, what's up? Cool. One opener. Submit. Okay. Next. My parents separated when I was 5. My mum dated a lot of winners. Ooh. But when I moved, I was 14 and my mum dropped me off at school one day. Oh, sorry. But when I was 14, my mum dropped me off at school one day and just up and moved across the country without me with the guy she was doing meth with. I had nowhere to go after school and only found out days later. Thankfully, my boyfriend's family was nice enough to let me live with them. Okay, so we've set the bar quite high. I don't know if that like invalidates other people's experiences or if it makes you feel better. I don't know. Can anyone beat this? Wow. Okay. Trauma is not a competition, says Maya, and she's right. But this is pretty bad, yeah, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to top it. Sounds like a Breaking Bad time, sad face. Okay, I think that's the comment we send, guys. Least empathetic response possible. That's terrible. I'm glad you were okay, though, in the end. Well, I'm sure you were not okay at all. You're totally fucked up, I imagine. But I'm glad you had a place to live. Submit. Oh, no. No, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to this person who has to follow them. I did it chronologically. I'm sorry that you have to follow them because your problems are going to look super insignificant now. But I want you to know that it's not a hierarchy. It's not a competition. And that your problems, I'm sure, fucked you up in lots of different ways that are very important and just as important as other people. But it's going to look real weak. And I'm sorry. Okay. My parents allowed my sister to bully me. She body shamed me all the time and called me a baby elephant. Oh my god. And when I told them, they told me to take that as motivation. Oh my fucking god. I'm not laughing. That's really, wow. Motivation. That's crazy. That's crazy. But don't your parents realize that if you are, you know, elephant resembling, then that's like their fault and not yours? Does that? That's not the point I should be taking from this, actually, though. That's not what I should be focusing on. We can put shit from our parents. Oh yeah, Roni. Yeah. Oh, were you confessing all the parenting mistakes you made? That's fun too. You can do that as well. Either or. But that's wow. At least it was a baby. And not full grown, I guess. Bullying's not okay, guys. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. My stepdad went shopping with my stepsisters. He left them in Curry's with a sales guy while he went in Argos. My mum was pissed. Sussy sales guy, man. Sussy sales guy. You don't know who's what with what. It was Argos right next to Curry's. How long had they been together? Because this is a stepdad-stepdaughter situation. So, like, was he dad or was he, like, man in my house at that point? This is why you can't trust men? No, that's the wrong takeaway. Men. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. That's unfair and sexism. I'm gonna submit it though. Am I right? Oh no. My mum was too busy getting rich. She never really raised me properly. But worth it though. Got to go on loads of vacations as a kid. That wealth is basically all gone nowadays though, not that it matters. So your monetary needs were met. And you got to do fun stuff. But no one loved you. It's a trade-off. Hey guys, put a 1 in the chat if you would rather lots of money or parents who loved you. 1 for lots of money, 2 for parents who loved you. No, you can't have both. That's too much. I think probably 2 is the correct answer. And the most healthy answer. Therapy is expensive. Depends on how much money. That's a good point as well. Because you could pay for the therapy. You could also make your own money, I guess, later. Easier said than done. I'm used to parents not loving me, so I'll take the money. Joe, no. Real. Guys, I don't know what to say to a lot of these. It's just like... She never really raised me properly, but worth it though. How did the money go? Was it like gambling? Or overspending? Or meth? Is this the same person as the person who left with their boyfriend for the meth? Drugs? Something like this? What the fuck am I reading? When I was in high school, I was dating a girl who found out that her mum had knowingly gotten into a relationship with someone who had served prison time for grooming an underage girl. Like her daughter. He was young 30s and the girl was 15 at the time. The mother hadn't told her 12 and 14-year-old daughters. They weren't exactly happy when they found out, after months of him staying over and seeing them in their PJs, etc. That's bad parenting. That is very bad parenting. Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. We have a new winner. I don't know. It's up there. Are they still together? She sucks. She sucks. That's cool social services parenting, yeah. And it's not like alleged. He served prison time for it. Like it was proven and convicted. Wow. When I worked at Health and Human Services, I investigated a couple of When I worked at Health and Human Services, I investigated a couple for social security fraud. They would regularly take in foster kids, neglect them, then run away, and the process would repeat. After the investigation, we discovered that a person from the Child Protection Service was in on the scam. They defrauded the government for almost $200,000. The couple and the CPS agents are now in federal prison. Some of the kids were never found. Never? Wait, what do you mean they were never found? What the fuck did they do to the lids? The kids. That's enough internet for one day. Never found. Hacks. That's really bad. Oh my god, not the lids, bro. Did I type I was speaking? No, I was reading Anushka's comment. Anushka's the idiot, not me. Give back the lids. The lids go in the dishwasher and they never come out again. So many times, man. It's like socks in the dryer. It's so true. Adopting kids with the money and neglect them, and then neglecting them to the point that some were never found. Is that neglect or is that murder? Muck duck. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stick a hacks in there, but I want you guys to know that I don't feel good about that comment. I really don't feel good at all about it. It's good coping mechanism. I hope the kids are okay. I don't think they are. I really don't think they are, Anushka. I mean, I hope so too. It's not looking likely. Anyway. Free money exploit. Stop. Okay, too far, too much. Okay, I know that's the exact joke I just made, but coming from you, it sounds worse. Enough. Enough. Okay. Here's the next one. When I was learning how to swim, my dad took me on the air mattress to the middle of a lake, threw me off board, and started sailing away. Well, you lived. Did it work? Did you learn to swim? Looks like it worked, man. You didn't drown. My friend drowned. That's a different story. Sink or swim. No, they're still alive. I should have prefaced that. They're alive. They're not dead. They didn't die. He did drown. He died for like a couple minutes. Anyway, he's fine. Write it on the thing. I don't think it was a problem of bad parenting, although his parents were not watching. But like that's, they're a swimming pool. Like how could they? It's like a swimming pool, man. It wasn't a lake. Anyway. You lived. That means you floated. You are a witch. That's gonna be the comment that I put in. Good job, Apple. You're a witch. Kill him. I had a similar situation. My brother just yeeted me into a swimming pool. Oh my god. Once in chat if that's how you learnt how to swim. Once in chat if that happened to you, like someone just yeeted you in. Okay, I'm seeing twos. Thank God. Because I don't think that's the way to do it. Although I can't swim, so how the fuck would I know? Maybe if someone yeeted me into a pool, I would be able to swim now. I still am not a very good swimmer, yeah. One of my aunts threw my cousin into the actual ocean. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did learn how to swim. Oh, this is yours? It did work? All I'm hearing is good parenting then. Okay, next. Oh my god. Between ages 5 to 7, as punishment in general, my dad would lock me in the bathroom and turn the lights off for an hour minimum. An hour in the dark? Have you seen Sabrina, the new TV show? It's not new anymore. The TV show Sabrina. There's like this dark, damp cave that they throw people in. It's like a prison and they go crazy and they start hallucinating and stuff. Sounds like a good relaxing opportunity to meditate and think about what you've done. Exactly. I don't remember, my mom said it took me 2 years before I'd get into pools. Oh, you were traumatized from being thrown in? Sorry, Goober. Sounds more like a Matilda punishment. Yes, it's giving Matilda. Put on some Headspace. I don't think they are allowed Headspace. You know, I'm not sure they would have been allowed apps. I assume you just had nothing to do. And you were just... Matilda? That's bad parenting. Yeah, I should have like a sound for that. Oh, I know. That's bad parenting. Submit. Since a teenager, I had a fungus issue, based, that can be treated to some level, but I will have it for the rest of my life. Oh my god, what kind of fungus issue? You're like half fung? Jesus, sorry. It is not noticeable, and I'm not aware that I can spread it to anyone. One day, my father found 2 small spots on one of his fingers, but apparently I was blamed for it without any proof. My father was pretty crappy like that. The way he treated my mum, being jealous of a particular artist I liked, that's weird. Just an ongoing degrading feeling on many things until he died. A few family members mourned, however, I celebrated in silence. Damn. I think the best lesson I've learned from him when he was alive is that he taught me who not to be. This feels like a proper vent, this one. And I'm glad that you did that. That's good. Did a mushroom grow from his grave? You should plant mushrooms on his grave. Like really make him fungus boy. Yeah. Or, you know, it seems like you've kind of moved on from the whole dying thing, so maybe we leave it. I don't know. A lifelong fungus condition. That's bad. You should put that in your Tinder bio. Genuinely. I have a lifelong fungus condition, and then it's just a picture of you, no makeup, messy bun. Or whatever the boy equivalent is, if you're a boy. Tracksuit, angle down here. One time my friend sent me an up-close picture of one of his nipples. I don't know why. I think that's probably the equivalent. That's what you do. Maybe add an enemy of Last of Us. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't. It was that out of the blue as well. He was just like, bang. It was okay. I don't know. Wrong chat? No. No, he stood by it. It was not a misclick. He was like, there you go. Okay. Unsolicited nipple pic. I don't know. Not sure. It was an okay nipple. There wasn't anything wrong with it. I don't know how to judge nipples, really. Be mushroom boy. Go full shroom. And shroom up the place. Yeah. It could have been a wrong chat, maybe. And then he stood by his mistakes. But what chat would he be sending that pic? Guys, it wasn't sexy. It was not, I couldn't imagine he ever intended any sort of sexy purpose behind it. And that just begs the question, if it was wrong chat, who the fuck was he sending it to? In what conversation would that have been in context? Hey, boys. Let's compare nipples. Is that what it is? You don't know that boys send nips to the boys, do they? Do they send nips? Is that what happens? Maybe for piercings. What, like, boys, do you think this is a good nipple to pierce? Is it, can you Photoshop my nipple? Is that what it was? What if he was playing Truth or Dare? Send a nipple to the first person in your contacts. Okay, that makes sense. Now, mate, try the other one. Not that nipple, the other one. Some nipples are better than others. I don't really want to think about that, to be fair. I don't want you to give me a weird complex about another thing. Nipple piercings must be a hellish pain. I think so. I can imagine so. Yeah, tip of the penis. Probably the worst one. What are they called? Prince Andrews or something? Or is that... No, that's nonsense. What's Prince William's? I don't know. Anyway. Next. Oh my god. My 10-year-old daughter has a same-aged friend that got told by her mother that the only reason she didn't get beaten up was that it was illegal. Unfortunately, not the only story I've heard about, but also told via other people, so I can't do anything about it. Hopefully the people that have heard that reported that mother. Well, at least she's not beating up the kid. It means she's not beating up the kid. Like, whatever keeps you from beating up your kids, you know? It's like how I feel a lot about people who say... okay, this might be a bit controversial, but some people who say you can't be moral if you're not religious. And that just implies to me that the only reason why you're doing moral things is because there's a book that says you're going to go to hell otherwise. But at the same time, hey, whatever keeps you doing moral things. Do you know what I mean? Whatever works. It's okay. Like, it keeps you out of prison, bad boy. That's whatever it is. Unless it's the thought that counts. I think it is the thought that counts, yeah. This is bad. Thank God for laws. I guess. What are we listening to? Oh my gosh, we have so many. I'm so excited. Okay. A couple of my parents were friendly with told their 9-year-old daughter off. A couple my parents were friendly with. Got it. A couple my parents were friendly with told their 9-year-old daughter off for being a liar when she said she was the boyfriend-girlfriend of their 15-year-old neighbor. She was. It turned out later in graphical fashion. Oh. Arms were broken. Jail time for the boy and her dad. That's horrifying. I think, yeah, Ned, that's horrifying. sad the dad got jail time though too. You know, I assume her dad, who broke the arm, he got jail time for breaking his arm. I hate it when that happens, but it's very complicated. I don't know what you do though, because it's like you have to punish a crime. You can't just like let people get away with murder and stuff, even if everyone's like based. You know what I mean? Because eye for an eye makes everyone go blind. You know what I mean? Like you can't allow that for like a rioting perspective. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, break that kid's arm. It was worth it. Reduced sentences. That's what you can do. You can just give reduced sentences. Like 1 day in prison as a little slap on the wrist. Oh my god, noncery starts young. Who knew? You can be a nonce while you're still a child. Who knew that either? Crazy. The nuance of the world.
When it all breaks down and we run away, standing in the wake of our pain.
Not trauma, but a funny thing to remember. That might be nice, actually. That might be nice. As like a breather. You know, hi, how are you doing? New nonce, nuance. That's fun to say. That's really fun. Not a trauma, but a funny thing to remember. When I was a child, I was very naughty and caused a lot of mischief. One day, my father came home from work and went to talk to my mother in their room. I listened from the hallway, like I always did. Freaking weirdo. I heard my mother talking about me, and my father suggested, next time, tie him upside down in the backyard to a stake and let the ants do the work. He'll learn. To this day, I think he only said that because he knew I was listening outside the door. I was never actually tied up in the backyard though. That's really funny from your dad. That's really funny behavior. Based. That's really good. I like that a lot. A little palate cleanser. Yeah, that was good. Okay. Next. Oh my god. I like this one because it's just like a lot of them were bad parenting. A lot of what you call bad parenting is like people being really immoral and disgusting and having no empathy for their children. But this one's just bad parenting. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like it doesn't, I don't think the parents were necessarily bad people based off this, but they were just bad. You'll see what I mean. You know that joke must have been dropped as a kid? Welp. First time I got popped out at the stroller, my face planted into some sort of gopher hole. There's also a random story of my dad dropping me in the tub, but I think the kicker is the time I fell backwards out of my high chair, cracked my head on the wall and needed stitches. Pretty sure I was 3, and that hospital trip is one of my oldest memories. Just like bad parenting, you know? My friend cracked his head open 3 times. From lack of supervision, I imagine. But I don't know, he got up to some shenanigans. Yikes. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Skill issue. Skill issue. Next. Okay, slightly different. My dad was a meth chemist. Strong start. Very strong start. My dad was a meth chemist, so, you know, the goodie bag is a deep one. Things like shot at in a pool for fun. Shot at with what? Like a gun? Like a gun. Like he shot you. Your dad shot you or shot at you? Your dad tried to shoot you. Is that what you're telling me? Fake boating disasters just to scare and implement control, constant bullying, but I think I'll go with something dumb, like the time he didn't pick me up from school until 7 p.m. when I was 6. I don't know what to talk about because it's all fucked. I think if you're explaining to someone like how bad of a father your dad was, go with the he shot at me. Not that he forgot to pick me up from school. Mark, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Wait, what was your joke from the other one? That sounds like a Breaking Bad time. Sad face. I think you get the same reply. Anything meth related will receive that joke. You can say meth chemist and that explains all. Yeah, you probably don't even need to elaborate. Oh, what were your parents like? My dad was a meth chemist. And you can probably just leave it there, to be honest. I imagine that's probably enough. Okay. Meth equals Breaking Bad. Are you offended? Guys, the meth industry is very nuanced, actually. It's not all Breaking Bad. God. So discriminatory or whatever the word is. Perry, we need to cook. Perry. Oh my god. When I was 8 years old, my parents made me lay down on the ground and hit me in the back with an extension cord. I was being punished because I was late getting home from school. That'll give you extended trauma. I never feel good about these. Ow, sorry. Okay. Okay, I have questions. When I was a kid, I walked in on my parents having sex. Put a 1 in the chat if you walked in on your parents having sex. Bitches need to close doors, man. Bitches need to close. I don't understand. Now, my question comes from the second part. Exactly, Swash. It was the most embarrassing 30 minutes of my life. You were stood there for 30 minutes? For 30 minutes? Wait, what? Hi, Paula, how are you doing? And they didn't notice? He left when it got boring. It was before Brazzers. I don't understand. Bro clapped at the end. Brava! Soy boy beta cuck bitch starts early. It was fine until the mask slid off. Gene! Thank you for sharing. Oh my god. Okay, here's some. I like that we're going. We're whipping back and forth in terms of this extremity of abuse, and I appreciate that. It's hard to remember specific stories anymore, but some of the things that my parents have done. My mum pinned me against the wall by my throat once. My dad punched me intentionally, knocking the wind out of me. Took my door, turned off the internet so I couldn't talk to my friends, yelled at me for my meds making me super spacey. It was PerriKaryal. I think the worst thing I remember though is my mum's denial about some things that my uncle did to me when I was little while she was confronting me about it. That's bad parenting. Hey fellas, how's it going? It's going good, Handtech. It's going real good. Oof. I think this one needs a story. Yeah. Do you know what's nice about all of this, though? Is that we're sharing about the past and we've come out of these situations. Now, obviously, y'all are traumatized and such, and, you know, probably doing worse. You're doing worse than you probably would have done. But we're all out of it. And we're new and we're fresh. We're born anew. We rise again from the ashes like a phoenix. Is that helpful or true? I don't know. This has just become a trauma bonding stream, and I kind of love it. Yeah, not all of us are fully out of it. Oh, Maya, I'm sorry. Wow, that's deep, Perry. Shut up, hung like Jesus. Okay, and now we've flipped back again. I like this one. When I was younger, there used to be a toy called lawn darts. My mum got them for party games for adults. Me and my brother got into them, and we basically had a lawn dart fight. We still have the scars from that fight to this day. Lol. Also, that's one of the reasons why lawn darts were discontinued. I had to beg my mother to not buy my brother a rubber band shooter because he kept throwing things at me. My brother's a lot older. He kept throwing things at me. And like, he kept flicking rubber bands at me. And he kept like, he got a hold of a Nerf gun at one point from my cousin. And he kept shooting Nerf bullets at me. And like, it really hurt. And I was like screaming, running around and stuff like that. And then we went to a toy shop and he found a rubber band shooter. And I was just looking at it and I was like... And my mom wanted to get it for him because she thought it would be like good. He also did archery, which was a bit worrying, but we don't talk about that. He had, but she thought it would like help him with his aim, and it'll be like a fun toy for him, and he'll get him like a dartboard and stuff. And I was like, no, Mum, don't. Mum, don't. He'll fire it at me. Mum, please, no. And she didn't, thank God. But oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I would have no chance. It was really fun. I saw the writing on the wall. I really did. Ouchie. Next. Wait, is this real? I'm not sure anymore, considering we have 2 meth chemists already. I can't imagine. Is this real? Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Boy, how my mum worked all day, cared for me, put food on the table, and killed all those drifters is really something. What are drifters? I can't imagine they mean race car drivers. I assume people like travelers and like homeless people, I guess. Just American things. Is that fair to say? Sorry, Americans, love you, Americans. Oh, this is from the perspective of a parent. Oh, we have our first from the parent. Let's go. I prepare my daughter's lunchbox every morning, then wake her up, dress her, and walk her to school. She's 4. Except one day, I didn't grab the lunchbox and left her without breakfast that day. Didn't even notice till they called me hours later. Oh, she should have made her own fucking lunchbox. Hashtag Ruby Frankie. Oh, poor thing. That's so sad. I still remember one time my mum accidentally switched our sandwiches. It absolutely scarred me, guys. Because she had like egg and pickle and stuff. And I was very fussy. I was cheese only. And I opened my sandwich and I was so sad. I was so sad, and I thought it meant my mum didn't love me anymore. I was like, oh no. But she just accidentally put the wrong sandwich in the wrong box. But I remember it to this day. To this day, that has stayed with me, mother. Yeah, your 4-year-old sounds like your 4-year-old should get a job and make their own damn lunches. Oh, that's so easily done. Oh, okay. When I was younger, I often just walked away from my parents because I had a good internal compass and I could always find my way somewhere as long as I had been there once. Oh, you mean literally walked away? Okay. As long as I'd been there once. Might have been why I was a leash kid. So one day, my parents decided to test it out and walked away from me on purpose in a mall, wanting to test out my inner compass. Heavy rain, anyone? I found them again pretty fast, of course, and when I asked why they walked away, they just said that they really wanted to test out that I could really always find my way, because I always claimed to be able to. I was 12 to 13 at this point. Yeah, I agree with Grace. I have some issues with this study design. I think never believe the skills that a 12-year-old say that they have, because I used to think I could always tell when it was going to snow based on the seagulls. I still kind of think that. Basically, my mum told me that seagulls fly low when it's about to snow because they like the snow. And I always see seagulls when it's going to snow. But then again, I probably see seagulls all the time and ignore it because it's summer. Also, cows do lie down when it's raining. Wait, that's not true either, is it? That's not true. Damn it! I've been told so many things. Do cows lie down when it's about to rain? No, not raining. About to rain. Animals have very good predictive weather skills. I don't think that's true. I really don't think that's true. No. My parents haven't yet discovered Google. But any day now. I see dead people all the time. I ignore it too. That's probably for the best. Yeah, from a psychological perspective. Don't want to let it take up your life. It's only a problem if it's interfering with your life. Cleedum, can you put some underwear on, please? Very much like... Excuse me. Turn the camera around! It's probably so that at least underneath them is dry. Wait, Lispy, what are you talking about now? Wait, Lispy, wait. Oh, the cows! The cows! Okay, the cows. Yes, not Cleedum's underparts. Alright. Oops. I'm gonna put what Grace said in here. I have issues. Wait, what specifically did you say? I have issues with this study design. Have you guys played Heavy Rain? We could have had a Heavy Rain situation. Okay, next. Oh no. My boomer mother got herself massively in debt, like 250,000 USD in debt, has been lying for years about it. No one knows where the money was even used. Since she is the ultimate people pleaser, it was probably someone taking advantage of her. Oh, I had to call my uncle and stage an intervention on her and still didn't come fully clean, and we are still discovering even more debts. God, how do you even get into such a situation? How do you get that much money in debt? You think it was scams? At least that means she was kind of sweet, if, you know, not to victim blame, stupid. It's kind of messed up. That's really messed up. I feel bad for everyone in this situation. I'm gonna put that. What happens when someone takes out a lot of debt or has a lot of debt and then they die? Does that debt kind of get nullified, or does it still have to be paid by next of kin and stuff like that? Does it pass down someone's debt? Because I know if you get married, it gets passed to them. They pay it off out of the estate. Oh, so they take it out of like net worth. It depends on the kind of debt and reason of death. So if they were murdered, then it carries on by the murderer. It probably depends on the country too. Death tax. Yeah, damn. Hold up. Let me have a look. UK, what happens to debt when die? From the estate, if the estate has enough assets. If not, then they'll be written off. But if you had any partners on joint debts or guarantors, fuck. Guarantors have to pay it off. Never be a guarantor for anyone ever in your life ever. Don't do it. For example, in the US, student loan debt won't even be cancelled in cases of Sudoku. Oh dear. Oh yeah, let me look for the US as well, actually. Because that was in the UK. Again, liability of the estate. The executor or administrator of the estate is responsible for paying off the debts from their assets. And if it doesn't, then it gets written off, so it's the same. Family isn't automatically responsible, but they can be. Interesting. So all I'm hearing is if you're 250,000 USD in debt, fake your debt. Move to like Hawaii or somewhere. Hawaii. Yeah. Are we listening to Mazzy Star? Oh my gosh. It's so chill though, but I feel myself rocking gently to sleep. Let me find something better. Dead is my faucet, do you reckon? Feet anymore, drifting through the floor. Apparently, before I had gained consciousness, the ability to remember shit, my older sister was eating messily, so my mum put her plate on the floor, so she had to eat like a dog. This is the same woman mocking my other sister for wanting to try out gentle parenting with her upcoming first kid. How much older is your sister? Like, how old was your sister in the scenario? You can't blame a kid for being messy. They don't have fine motor controls. They literally can't do it. That's why you put like towels and like trays and bibs, you know, and a tablecloth. I'm a messy eater now because I still don't have fine motor controls. That's crazy. Like a dog. Did she get her own little bowl with a name on it? That's quite cute. Bib with sleeves and a trough. Ugh. I don't approve of the trough. The trough is too much for me. I don't want to look at a trough. King, hi. I'm mourning you. Ew. Next. I'm mourning you. When I was a kid, my dad bought sock'em boppers. Excuse me? Sock'em boppers. I have never seen this in my life. So they're like inflatable gloves. Oh, okay. They're inflatable boxing gloves for children. Sock and boppers, fuck yeah. Play the commercial. This one?
Sock 'em boppers, more fun than a pillow fight. Blow 'em up, put your hand inside, get ready to have the time of your life.
Sock 'em boppers, more fun than a pillow fight.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I remember having a Hulk fist. I had a Hulk fist when I was a kid. All right. Okay, so when I was a kid, my dad bought sock and boppers for my birthday. My brother also had a pair. We started to play boxing and it turned into a fight and I knocked out one of my brother's teeth. So they're not safe. Schizoid, they are dangerous. Clearly, damn. Both me and my brothers were both taking boxing. He was not happy and my mum yelled at him. A him? Wait, they yelled at him? He's the one who got his tooth knocked out. That's bullshit. You got away scot-free? That's bullshit. Victim blaming. God damn. I did. You got away scot-free? That's ridiculous. He did lose. You think maybe that's why they were yelling at the older brother? I just assumed older since they yelled at him, but I don't know. That's why they were yelling at him? Because he lost. My mum would often yell at me / tell me off for ages. When I really couldn't take it anymore, I'd run away. But no keys or closed doors were allowed, so I'd get into my bathroom, which was the only room with a built-in locking mechanism. My parents would come and keep yelling, saying things like, "How dare you leave? So rude. I was not done talking to you." One time my dad helped her open the door by turning the thingy with a knife. One time I jumped out the small window. Other times I jumped out my bedroom window and ran to the empty countryside, just dirt and rocks, behind our house. For a few hours, this would only make it worse, make the conflict last longer, and led my mum to label me as a rebellious teenager. This is when you're a teenager? You're just like jumping out of windows and shit? How bad was the yelling? Like literally yeeting yourself out of the situation. Don't run away from your problems. Unless your problems are yelling at you and being a massive bitch. Am I out of crackers? No. Thank God. They're not moldy. Why are you being yelled at? That's a good question. Are you being yelled at because like you killed people and stuff? Were you a raging crackhead? Oh, you mean me because of the crackers? Still, were you taking or making meth? White people are never out of crackers. You're literally Dutch. Are you Dutch? I keep forgetting the difference. Yes, you are. You're Danish. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gaslighting me. Fuck, is he Danish? You're gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. There's no way. But you make so many racist Dutch jokes. Are you actually being racist? But you don't sound like the other Danish people I know. But you do sound like the Dutch people I know. Are you gaslighting me? Guys, come to movie night, hear Kleist's voice, and then you tell me. Who's racist now? You make so many anti-Dutch jokes, and I just assumed that was because you were Dutch. I didn't realize that it was actually... He is Dutch. He is. Yeah, you're gaslighting me. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. You're gaslighting me. I knew it. Nimran, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I just want to state for the record that if we're both wrong, Cleedum just said he's definitely Dutch. So we both don't know. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Okay. Why are you being yelled at is a very important feature of this story, I think, actually. Because if you're, like, selling meth, that makes sense. Perry, that's like saying you're French because you make French jokes. I would never make a French joke. Because that's bad and discriminatory. And I wouldn't do that. And the only people who would do something like that are the French. So yeah, why you're being yelled at is an important thing. Hi, Wacko, how are you doing? What's up? Didn't that mostly become a thing because of Ockens's joke on your video? Yeah, my editor's French, and sometimes he puts French jokes in the videos, and then people think I'm racist. Whoops. It's not racism, it's xenophobia, so it's okay. Xenophobia is for, like, just for fun. My parents didn't have sex for 14th years because of me. We lived in a very small house back then. So you ruined your parents' marriage, is what I'm hearing. Oh, hi, Arkance. You are the reason that your parents stopped loving each other. Wow. It really was your fault. Damn. How do I know? Well, I just assume people who don't have sex for 14 years probably are a bit rocky. Unless you have no interest in sex. But let's say that they do. I can't imagine, like, the need to bone will start, you know, messing with things, I imagine. According to one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine that I watched. Oh, actually, that's a good question. Wait, Lippy, yeah. How do you know that your parents didn't have sex? Because they stood outside their bedroom every single day staring at them for 30 minutes. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Hi, Colin. Hi, everything. They did say really small house. Maybe it was just like one room. I don't know. You're a kid. You fall asleep. You can be covert. Unless they knew because their parents kept telling them. In which case, that's kind of fucked. We never have sex before because of you. Look how hot your father is. I can't touch his ass anymore. Look at what I'm dealing with. Total smoke show. We're not making any use of his cum gutters. Because of you, Billy. You can get creative, particularly when desperate. You really can. Passageway locks were invented by traumatized children. Oh my god. That 4-year-old kid just... Oh, wait, wrong face. Yeah, not smiling like that, I don't think, did you? I can't have sex before we had you. Now eat your fucking beans. Wait, we've got another one about meth deals. What do you mean? Some of these have triggered some memories, like getting left in the car so long, 3 to 5 hours, during meth deals. What? That's 3 now. I pissed myself and got yelled at for it. What did I say we would say to all of the meth ones? That sounds like a Breaking Bad time. I don't understand. What do you mean? This is not a normal occurrence. Or you get yelled at. Did your piss mess up the meth? It may have done, right? Or at least it's a bad vibe for new clients. So what were they doing for 3 to 5 hours? Left in the car for 3 to 5 hours? So all the people they were selling to were walkable? Meth. No, I understand. Oh, you think maybe they were doing the meth? Not selling the meth. I assume they were selling the meth. Damn, your parents aren't even like businessmen either. They just do the meth. Meths plural. Show of hands, who's had piss meth but didn't say anything not to be rude? Every goddamn day. 2 meths, please. They took the meth and then started vacuuming the sidewalk. Is that what you do when you're on meth? I don't really know what that would feel like. Apparently it's not a good time, but I'm basing that on Schedule 1. Because I did a fuck ton of meth in Schedule 1. Just to see. And they do not glorify it. Like, even slightly. I was there, I sold them the vacuum. Shut the fuck up. I was a math addict. Unfortunately, it's not making me skinnier. Well, you should try being like a gym addict then. What do you mean? I heard Ket's good for getting skinny. That's not advice. I'm not giving advice to anyone. Just from the girls' school. There's a notorious girls' school in central London. They call them the Ket girls, and they're all very skinny. I don't know. Prime advice! ! Stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. No, it does not seem like a good time. No, it really doesn't. Just sitting here solving equations all day. Like, how? I don't know what you're expecting from that, bro. Does exclamation mark asterisk not work? Oh, it did. Okay, cool. That would have been a bad time for it to not work. Like this kid having a bad time in the back of his dad's meth car. Not a parent, but there were some relatives. They were really bad parents. They let their kid loose like a hellhound at an early age. The kid started using curse words, had rotten teeth, and wouldn't listen to anyone, and his parents encouraged this behavior. Me and my brother tolerated him, but then he started using punches and kicks. The kid was near 11, and I had enough of his shenanigans. So me and my brother, almost at the end of our teen years, decided to teach the kiddo some lessons. So whenever this kid would come to my house and his parents sent him to us to play, we beat the shit out of him. Clean him. Clean him. The camera is attached to that bookshelf, darling. The bookshelf that you're shaking. The camera's on it. And it's confusing chat. Everyone's starting to cry. Wait a second, I'm not sure who's in the right in this one. You're like 18, 19, and you beat up an 11-year-old every single time he comes to your house because he's annoying. Every fucking time. Then gaslighted his parents that he is a liar. Traumatized him for a long time. Now all I see is in his eyes is respect. Ha 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 ha. Not an evil laugh, it says. Wacko says, prison rules, right? Assert dominance early. Although if we're going by prison rules, you'll be committing even more crimes than that. Yeah, man, poor kid getting abused left, right, and center. Like just by everyone. Should have beat up the, yeah, why didn't you beat up the parents? Not the 11-year-old. Well, maybe don't beat up anyone. Call the parent. You should have called, okay, listen, should have, would have, could have. Also, I don't want to backseat anyone. But why don't you call like social services? You know? CPS, exactly. But no, beat him up. Beat him up. That's bad. I don't know, man. I'm not sure I'm on your side with that one. Well, I'm constantly passively given a lot of shade from my family for not just funding my mum's entire life, even though her salary covers her life just fine. I contribute what I can to the bills, yet because I'm a man that can't afford to get my own house or even rent anywhere near to where we live, and have capitalized on the fact that the job market is screwed, as well as the fact that I live in my parental home to instead pursue a self-employed career in which I'm passionate about, but apparently that is a problem. I don't get out there and live life enough, but when I do exactly those things, I am spending way too much money. You won't have any left. What is it? What do you want from me? Everything I ever do is somehow wrong. So you don't pay rent? But I guess you can't afford it. Damn quiet win, even from me. Sorry. Maybe he does pay rent. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah. It feels like they're giving you a lot of mixed signals. They're like, yeah, come live with me, etc. We'll support you, blah, 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 blah. And then they're mad at you for it. Yeah. I think you should get a goat that screams and then provoke it at 3 a.m. outside your parents' bedroom. decent idea. Thank you so much. Or like a fox. All of the like horror shows and stuff, or folk tales and things about like people being outside and screaming. If you've seen From, the monsters there, like the banshees and all of the like creepy monster people that are like in the woods screaming, it's fox noises. It's like, it makes so much sense that that's where it comes from. I heard a fox scream the other day. It sounded like a girl. And it was like the most horrifying thing I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And if I didn't know what a fox was, or if I didn't like capture the fox or know that that's what it was, I would totally think that it was like a evil monster creature. Fox screams are horrifying if you don't know what they are. Exactly. They're really, really, really strange. They sound like a woman being murdered. Genuinely, that's what it is. It's really, I kind of want to show you. Hold on. Fox scream. I'll turn it down. Scream. Do it. It's fucking harrowing. It genuinely is. And that doesn't even like, it doesn't even sound as bad as the one I was thinking of. Yes, that. That's what I was thinking of, chat. This really loud outside your window at 3 a.m. Genuinely, that's what it is. It's like, it's the worst thing. It's like a monster screaming. It's the worst thing in the world. I jumped even though I knew it was coming. It's so bad. And I totally get it. But yes, get one of those and just fuck with them. Just start doing pranks, man. Just start pranking the family. That's what I say. It's a mint. This is not real. There's no way. Really? Once, all of a sudden, my mum said to me, "Words cannot describe your beauty, Stephen," which is not your real name. Oh, but she said your real name. Okay. Okay, the story's not about your mum getting it wrong. "Words cannot describe your beauty, Stephen, but numbers can. You're a 4. That's not real. Did she really? That's really funny. That's so funny. So sorry on being a 4, bro. Sorry about your 4-ness. That's okay. 4 out of 5, right? Right. She really means 8. Yeah. If your mum did call you, did say this to you, then she uses Reddit too much. You're so right. She's just like practicing out her meme lordness on you. You're almost average. When I was really young and new to walking, my family was staying in Amsterdam for a bit. Someone forgot to close the gate, and I wandered off. And my parents realized I was gone after a bit and had the biggest panic of their life. If you've been to Amsterdam, you know it's full of canals, so there was a non-zero chance that I could have slipped into one. They never found me. What? After running around looking for me, I walked back into the garden with a huge smile on my face like nothing had happened. I was about to be like, they never found me. And I've never seen them again to this day. I was picked up by lowly badgers who raised me like their own. I thought that's where this was going. I'm writing this from the afterlife. I fell into a canal and became a fish person. Milhal, thank you so much for the follow. Typing this as a spirit. You little prick. This is why we have leash kids. This is the reason. Leashes are important. Keep that kid locked up. Oh, we have another one from the parents' perspective. I messed up as a parent. I killed the man. No, I wasn't cruel. I didn't scream or hit, but I controlled. I manipulated. I raised my kid more like a project than a person. I thought I was protecting them, shaping them for the world, but really I was shaping them for me, for my comfort, my image, my need to feel in control of something. Oh no. I dismissed who they really were. Rolled my eyes when they showed emotion, shut down their curiosity when it didn't fit my plan. I taught them to shrink themselves to keep the peace. I rewarded silence, punished honesty, and I called it discipline. But it wasn't. It was fear, and I passed it down. The hardest part is knowing they grew up thinking that was love. That control was care. I see the result now. The distance, the hesitation when they speak, the way they double check themselves. That's on me. Oh my god. Bond, thank you for the follow. I can't undo the years, but I can name the harm. I can stop defending it. And maybe if they're willing, I can try to do better. I'm gonna cry. I'm not to be forgiven, just to be real, finally. Jesus Christ. Mom, is that you? Chill. Yeah, you should apologize, bro. You should say all of this to the kids if you haven't already. Well, heavy. Tissue, is it your birthday today? It's not his birthday? Are you sure? I mean, he would lie. It is something he'd lie about. But, like, it also could. Kleist says that it is. Are you sure, Kleist? It actually is? Oh my god, Tissue, happy birthday! It actually is. See, this is the problem when you fuck with everyone constantly. No one believes you when you're telling the truth. But I posted anonymous confession on a stream and now I feel a lot better about it. Thanks, Perry. You're so welcome, anonymous parent. Happy birthday, Tissue! Everyone say happy birthday! Yay! It is suspicious, so I guess it makes sense. It's true. Oh no, oh no. I was like 6 years old, on vacation in the hotel swimming pool. I entered the pool without knowing how to swim. I just clung to the edge of the pool trying to hang on and go around the perimeter. As I got over to the deep end, I see my parents facing a few feet away from the pool talking to their friends. I pick up my hand to wave, my grip slips, and I start sinking quickly. I try to yell for my parents, but my head bobs underwater at the same moment. I literally start drowning like 4 feet from my parents. I'm scared. I'm gasping for air. You've drowned before. You know what I mean. Anyway, they've never... Wait, who's drowned before? Who's drowned before? You drowned before? I'm gasping for air. You've drowned before. You know what I mean. Anyway, they never fucking turned around. I luckily catch my grip on the edge and pull myself up out of the pool, and as I lay there coughing up water, my parents still haven't noticed. They never noticed? Like, never? Like, to this day? He's writing this from the pool. Oh my god! Neglect 101. What happened after you told them? Because surely you've told them. I'm stuck on the you've drowned before. It seems like a threat, doesn't it, guys? It does seem like a threat. You will know what I mean. People are quiet when drowning. It's easy not to notice on account of the, lack of breathing in air and stuff. Hi, good morning, what's up? How are you doing? They're still coughing up water to this day. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to make this the last one, I think. For now. We might come back to it. I'll pick a good one. Someone got left at a Polish-German border. Oh, lots of physical abuse. Parents having sex next to their kid in the same bed. Okay. More meth. I mean, my dad dying of a brain tumor the day after my 20th birthday was pretty damn selfish of him. God damn it, Brian. Sorry. Sorry. Captain, thank you for the follow. Okay, so there's so many good ones, but I'm going to go for this one for our last one for the day. My mum brainwashed me to tell her whenever I lost my virginity. When I did, told her that evening, she said all sorts of the worst things you could imagine, including, "You've given him what he wants now, you idiot." Like he's gonna leave me after. We were together for many years after, by the way. And "Oh no, my daughter is a libertine." I thought a libertine was a type of cracker. Hi, Mido. Hi, Martin. Your replies are so heartwarming, like yikes and oof. Libertine is a person who rejects moral constraints and societal norms, particularly those related to behavior and sexuality. So a floozy, if you will. A flim-flam, a person who gallivants around the town. No, that's a hydrox. That's a saltine is what I was thinking of. Yeah. Tishy, if you're here, do you have any plans for today? Happy birthday. Interesting timing. Okay. This is the same woman who had to live under a dictatorship and intense misogyny growing up. Her mum made her go to a psychologist because her promiscuous behavior was concerning to her at about 16. The psychologist put a thermometer in her and blamed it on her uterine fever. She was also made to have an illegal and very unpleasant abortion by her mother, coupled with the practitioner yelling all sorts of related abhorrent things at her during slut-shaming, etc. She forced me to go on the pill at 15, and when my period was late once and I was worried, she got a pregnancy test for me and waited with me while saying horrible things too. It's so much sadder when they repeat the cycle and put others through the pain that they thought they had gone through, instead of trying to do better. That's what it is. That's what they mean when they say generational trauma. That's what generational trauma is. It's like you go through one thing and then you usually accidentally or without realizing it, do the same thing to your kids. And sometimes it's a little bit better than what they went through, but it's still bad. And it's very hard because people are people, right? This is absolutely disgusting, and I'm sorry, and it doesn't apply necessarily. But generational trauma in general, people are people. And we we project what happened to us without like actual real effort to stop it. That's why foster care is a revolving door. Ugh. Does that mean that circumcision in the US is largely generational trauma? Maybe. I have a theory about that. Because guys who got circumcised, right? They don't really generally want to admit that that was a bad, weird thing to do. Because if they do, then they have to look at that little dingle-dangle in the shower and be like, damn it. And that's pretty horrifying. That's really I think everyone's coping themselves into believing that, no, this is fine. And if they accept that actually it's not, then they have to look at their mutilated bits and pieces. You see? And so when you have a kid, there's a cognitive dissonance there. Like, you can't be like, it was a good thing to do and I'm not going to do it to my child. You kind of have to pick one. And I think that's why it still happens. That's my theory. Because they're like, if it's a good thing, then I'll do it. It's not shortened, it's circumcised. Wait, shortened? You can get it shortened? Oh my god. It's often still framed as a cleanliness thing here, which is crazy because there's, like, as far as I've read, not any research for that. Most people do just the tip. Oh, stop. No. I had to. People were staring at me. Oh dear. I always believe that circumcision could have an impact on empathy and apathy because of the normalization of such severe pain and unnecessary suffering. Only shorten, not growth, sadly. Sorry, Jesus. I'm sure that's probably a surgery as well. Penis enlargement. I imagine that's a thing you can do. For no reason, but like still. Is it really that deep? That's what she said. With the penis enlargement thing. Get it? Because if he's going in for... Yeah, you get it. You get it. Is it that deep? Yeah. Yeah. Because the part that they're taking off is like the part that's supposed to have a lot of the nerves, I think. And also it's like, it's a surgery that has absolutely no point whatsoever on a very sensitive part of the body that affects your entire life and will never grow back or anything. Cleanliness is like saying arms should be cut off so armpits would be cleaner. Literally, yeah. There's no reason to do it. I'm very confident. From what I've read and stuff, there is not, or maybe there's not enough reason to do it. And it's just very weird. It's like if someone sanded down the clitoris or something for cleanliness. It doesn't make any sense. It makes it harder to self-sex. Yeah, wasn't that like one of the motivations at the beginning? They wanted to like stop boys from masturbating, so they just made it feel worse. You need way more lube, don't you? I don't really know how it works. And it just kind of affects your whole life, and it's just really weird. I don't know. I don't think, I don't think we should cut off parts of our babies' penises, in my opinion. But, and then there's a look as well, like it looks better, which is very weird to think about for your child, I want my kid to have an attractive penis. Like, what? So sorry for this conversational detour. I think it was my fault. Don't need lube if you're a dry guy. Wait, what the fuck is that? Is that someone who just would like it dry? He likes the friction? Is that what it is? It's like a kink? They enjoy the sandpaper? Is that what it is? Is that why sandpaper's always sold out at my hardware store? Because they never really have any sandpaper. It's always like empty. Is it because of people of dry guys? No. I never got the whole stereotype about teenage boys in the US using a lot of moisturizer and baby wipes. Baby wipes until I heard about circumcision. Oh yeah, because you don't really need to otherwise. Oh yeah. Because I just thought they did it because it was like even better. But actually no, because you kind of have to. Weird. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit strange to me because I live in the UK and it's just like not a thing that people do. It's way more common in the US. Anywho, sorry out there to all of the people watching that are circumcised, because rip, I guess. You're okay though, it's not that bad, you're okay. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. I mean, you're used to it, yeah? So, it's the same as it always was. So, sorry. You'll live. Yeah, it's alright. You'll use the moisturizer and the baby wipes, it's okay. Baby wipes? Really? Baby wipes? That feels wrong. Doesn't it? I don't know. I've actually heard moms here say they put their kid through it because they don't want their kid to have an unattractive penis. That's so weird. Why are you thinking about that? Why are you thinking about that? Means they looked at their baby's snizzle snazzle and they said, that is one ugly flim flam. That's what happened. What? Not fucking baby wipes. Stop believing everything you read. I read it from Kleist. Baby wipes doesn't feel right. Are you winning, son? And that is your own opinion on it too. Wait, which part? Oh yeah, their own opinion on whether or not their baby's penis is attractive. It's just very weird. It's just very weird all year round. But yeah, listen, you're okay. If this is you, I'm sorry. You're fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. I can't wipe this from my memory. Yeah. Don't worry about it. They used to bite the foreskin off. Really? Anyway, moving on. Why are we talking about this? Oh yes, slut shaming and forced abortions. Yes, okay. From parents. Bad. This is the. Oh, I think we deserve one of these. This is bad parenting. Cool. Well. Next. Chat. Oh wait, I said that would be the last one. Okay, no. Okay, let's have one more.
To hurt me or make me feel that way. And I'm
I'll make it a good one. I think I actually wanna like, yeah, I wanna show you this one. My parents were kind of poor and we lived together in a single room. And some periods we even slept on a single bed because there was only one. And yes, sometimes they were having sex next to me. And I was pretending to be asleep. I was like 10 or something. Girl, what is a good solution? A good answer. IRX, this is insane. Guys, what should we say? Chad, are you okay? They're not okay, Orkans. They're really not okay. We've had like 3 meth dealers. We've had a bunch of physical violence. We've had like neglect, leaving people on the side of the roads. I'm so sorry, OP. It's not okay. To be honest, Perry, I'm not surprised. Of a Twitch chat, no, the sample's a little bit squiffy, I agree. Cockabed is a new level. Not Twitch chat, your chat. Oh, that's mute. Charlie? Oh yeah, like Charlie the Chocolate Factory. They probably went through something similar, I imagine. There were lots of couples in that room, lots of old couples as well. It's grandparents just shagging each other, maybe. Yeah, so the other one who said that they were the reason their parents didn't have sex for 14 years because the house was too small. They totally could have. They totally could have. Yeah, they're just not imaginative enough. Just do it in front of your child. What should we say to this? Thoughts and prayers, hugs. 07's in chat for cuck boy. All right, guys, thank you so much for submitting. I'm sorry if we didn't have time to read all of them, but I really wanted to show you something that I saw, and it's birthday themed before we ran out of time. So basically, I discovered this a little bit ago, and I kind of really want one of you guys to tell me what I'm looking at, because I'm genuinely really not sure. If anyone can explain this to me, or if anyone has any like cultural context for this, please let me know. Can anyone explain this to me? Because who's the homeless man? I really don't understand. Why are they all so sad? I don't know. This is my culture. You are Korean. Why is the boy barefoot? That's the thing, you picked up on this? Why is he barefoot? Why are they so sad? Why is he just pouring candy on his head? They aren't even doing like the fake smile you do to be polite. No. Why are they stood there like presenting themselves to who I assume must be a party, but I don't know. Maybe it's the birthday of a dead person. It's like a birthday funeral combo. So it's like the kid's birthday, but also September 11th. And they're like, it hurts, please more. Well, you're in luck. Because he posts so many of these. Here's another one. Yeah, it seems like this is his job, yeah. So there's like a lot of other people in the room and they're all just standing there. Sadly. It's like a sad candy baptism. Volpes, welcome. That's exactly what it is. I don't know anything, but it seems like a blessing of sorts. Yeah, like he's being blessed with like little bounties or something. Is it a cult? Maybe? I don't know. Why is shirtless Santa dumping candy on the child? I don't know. You sent this to your Indian friend and he's been to the city that it's from. Does he have any insight? Like, does he know anything about, like, is it a ritual that some people do? Nata, you're from India, right? Do you have any insights into this? Yeah. Why is he hiding behind a wall like a goblin? I think like a goblin. I think it's a DJ deck, but I'm not sure. RBC wedding on Instagram. Okay. Because he's naked. You think he's hiding the fact that he's like naked, completely naked? What am I looking for? Sorry, RBC wedding. I've seen some of this. Oh my god, I saw this one. This one really confused me too.
I waited all my life, I could tell it's time. Drifting away, I'm one with the sunsets. I have become alive. This is my moment.
And then people are just like ignoring the fact that they look miserable. They're a beautiful couple. Can someone explain this page? What do people say? Because maybe that'll be helpful for us. They're basically British Roma people. They have certain traditions and styles. I don't think that's what they were asking. Thanks. Okay. But why is no one... No, I don't think I've shared this on stream because I only saw this like a few days ago. Okay, people are smiling in this one. These ones, at least.
One step closer. One step.
That's a child. I assume she's not the bride.
I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid.
Unless
I have loved you for
she is.
1,000 years. I love you for 1,000.
She's like 14 max. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, take me back. What's the one I saw? It actually made me laugh so much. I think Roma weddings, I watched a documentary a little bit. I think Roma weddings, they like let you get married quite young, but usually to people your age. So it's like 14-year-olds getting married to each other. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to feel about it, but like I think depending on like the culture or whatever, I don't really know. What was the one I saw? It made me laugh so much. It was like the dress. She was showing off the dress and she kept getting stuck in the aisle. This is just a tiny clip of her adjusting her tit. Looking sad. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, these are the same ones. Them like walking out. Okay, I love this page. Okay, we're gonna do a stream specifically just on this. Okay. Oh, this is the bride. Oh no. Maybe all the bridesmaids just wear white. That's the bride. Okay, cool. She wasn't. We found her. And she was not the bride. Yay. Okay, cool. Weird. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. Oh, this was the one. Oh my god, I found it. This was the one I saw. She just like, she can't walk and she's getting like stuck on the door frames. You know, and I don't know why they're so short either. She's like she just can't walk in it, and it's so funny, and I don't know why you'd post it to an Instagram page where they're making car edits surprise. Yeah, oh my god, and it just kept getting worse.
Ashley, look at me.
I don't understand this. I'm gonna go ahead and just bookmark it forever, please. Watch it. I'll save this one. You guys are fucking up my algorithm. Okay, but that's bad or weird weddings. There's not bad birthdays, which is today. I'm gonna leave you with this one, which was my personal favorite. Thank you for the leave. And I just don't understand, chat. I don't understand. I'm envious of their overwhelming enthusiasm. How do I have this kind of happiness in my life? Occupation, homeless man in a box. Like, the kid is so sad and they just keep zooming in on its face. And then they post it. Like, bro, that kid is cooked. Perry, it's okay if you don't understand other cultures. Am I just ignorant here, guys? Is that what it is? I'm just ignorant. Why is everyone so sad? Oh, this one's just of a child screaming. I didn't have audio when I watched this. Does anyone know what he's saying? He's chanting a verse and they're like agreeing. They're like, hey, Jay, or something. Oh my god, there Kleist goes again. Oken to his French saying, You don't understand other cultures. Kleist swoops in with, listen, baguettes, wine, and cheese isn't culture. And now they're arguing. Okay. Something about it feels kidnappy to you, does it? Yeah, no, I see this. I absolutely see this. That's so true. So many of these I'm confused is what I titled this one. Oh, that's just his whole Instagram page. Why is everyone so sad? Was my note for this one. Oh yeah, okay. So it's not just like the weird kid birthday thing. He posts so many of these at different occasions, and everyone's just so sad. They're like making food or something in this one. And it's clearly like some kind of big celebration party thing. And they're just still, like still so sad. Disco lights party time though. They're not sad, they're bored. Maybe. Maybe it's a religious ceremony. Oh yeah, it's not food, is it? They're pouring like water in a big fish or something. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of religious ceremony and they're bored out of their minds because religious ceremonies of whatever faith, they're always insanely boring. It's insanely boring. Have you ever been to a mass? Oh my God. But it was, yeah, okay. But the other ones were birthday parties and they were pouring candy on a child. So I think it doesn't apply to those ones. Maybe this one. I don't think it applies to the. Oh, hey, Liam. It doesn't. It's not a. I don't know if it applies to all of them. I titled this one "Worst?" ? Oh yeah, I think. Oh no, I didn't. What's he holding? This could be religious. And that would make sense. That guy absolutely trying not to hack his lungs out over there. Maybe. But the kid one. But this one doesn't make any sense. And now I'm confused again, Chad. Now I'm confused. I think this one's my favorite. Yeah, I think so too. That's just the King of India. Oh. Praise the new Candy King. Is he some kind of party clown? I don't know. I don't know. Somber is the vibe. This is just your local Chuck E. Cheese. It's a religious guru pouring candy. Maybe. I couldn't find any more information about this guy at all. He has this quote. Oh, wait, you can click on it. Oh, no, it takes you nowhere. He has this quote on his bio, and I translated it, and then I asked Jibbity to tell me what it meant. And basically, it means... when we finish our life, not Yamraj but Mahadev will come to take us. So basically he's saying the god of death, and this might be a big generalization, the god of death isn't coming for him, but the god of liberation is, or something. Hindus in chat, is this Hinduism? Yes. Interesting. And that's correct. Okay, amazing. I did do it right. So that's interesting. Regardless of how you spin this, having a bad birthday is something that stays with you as a child, I imagine. Because it's like when you're a kid. Sorry, I might just leave this playing on repeat while I talk about this. Having a bad birthday when you're a kid it stays with you and it can make an impact because it's kind of like your birthday is your special day and you look forward to it all year. And for kids, time goes very, very, very slowly. And it's kind of the day where you are appreciated. You spend the whole day, like the whole rest of the year trying to do well in school and then getting told off for everything and then getting in trouble and having detention and blah, 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 blah. And then like fighting with your siblings and, oh, sit down, don't make any noise, you know. And then your birthday is the one day that's like, I'm going to be valued and appreciated and shown something cool and stuff and rewarded. And so if you have a bad one when you're a kid, it can be a real like huge shake of your faith and you can feel really ignored and isolated by your parents. And it's like a really big deal if you had a bad or no birthday, like if people forget about it. Despite my parents' tendencies, sorry about that, I did get pretty lit B-days. Let's go. Yeah, it's a really big deal. And if you've seen, if you want to know about, like, if you want like an intro to developmental psychology, genuinely Inside Out is a really good film. There's a second one too, which is good as well, or it's just as good in terms of the psychology. Genuinely Inside Out is a good intro to developmental psychology because the whole thing about core memories and stuff like that and this emotional stickiness of them and how they shape other things is true. And so they present it in a really, really fun, really good way. Like a lot of the stuff they talk about is real developmental psychology. And birthdays are one of those things, especially if things go wrong, that's like a coarse, emotionally sticky memory that stays with you. Sharing a birthday is pretty sweet too. Did you share a birthday? Did you have a twin? I freaking wish I had candy dumped on my crown for my birthday. Yeah, with the music? Or that dad's just on his phone. Oh no. My mum was Jehovah's Witness, so my birthday wasn't celebrated. It was the most traumatized. It wasn't the most traumatizing stuff they did, to be fair. I always felt bad for, there was a Jehovah's Witness kid in my class, and I always felt really bad for him because we would celebrate our birthdays in school. Like every time it was one of our birthdays, the teacher would hand out sweets and they'd bring a cake and like it would be a big thing like, oh, happy birthday. Our face would go on the wall in the class. But he never had that. And he always looked so sad. And we knew when his birthday was. I don't know how the teachers found out or he told us or something. And so we always said happy birthday to him and got him cake, and he wasn't allowed to eat anything, and he wasn't allowed to eat anyone else's birthday cake either. So if like people brought in cake, he wouldn't be allowed to have a piece. And that's like really upsetting for a kid. He was like 6. He wasn't allowed any cake. It was really sad. It was really, really sad. Yeah. None of Jehovah's Witnesses actually witnessed it. Yeah, you can take part at all, I know. It's like the opposite of having your cake and eating it. Yeah, he didn't have his cake, nor did he eat it. Absolute scam. Completely rigged. Really bad. It's so awkward for everyone involved, yeah. I'm just gonna keep this running, guys. This is gonna be my backdrop for this next part of the stream. What they recommend, but I'm not qualified to give anyone advice, but from what I've been researching, what they recommend is as a parent, if you forget your kid's birthday or if something happens and you're distracted that day, like if someone's in an accident and you're busy and you can't celebrate the kid's birthday, whatever it is, like what you're supposed to do, acknowledge and validate their feelings. I'm so sorry. You're disappointed. It makes sense that you are. And you're allowed to be upset with us and whatever, you know? Acknowledge it, apologize, validate their feelings, make a really big deal in making it up to them. Like do an even bigger, better one than you would have done. And then never, ever, ever do it again. Be super consistent next time. Why is everyone sad in this clip? Yeah, that's my question too, Rennie. I'm really confused by this. Exactly. New stream intro vid dropped. So true. Make them know that you care. Yeah, exactly. Like really talk to them about their feelings. Really validate it. Don't get annoyed. I know. But the problem is because birthdays are such a big deal. Because birthdays are such a big deal when you're a kid, and they're emotionally sticky, that kind of ties over as well to when you're an adult. We know, as adults, birthdays are not a big deal. Everyone has one. Let's not be a weird, immature prick about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we know that. But tell me if you relate to this. And be honest. Because I know a lot of us aren't going to want to admit to relating to this because it's going to feel a little bit like, whatever. But tell me if you relate to this.
I hate my birthday. I don't actually hate
Oh,
my birthday.
sorry,
though.
sorry,
I hate everything
sorry.
that my birthday reminds me of.
Sorry.
It's a reminder that
Sorry.
I have very little
I can't even
friends.
close
A
these.
reminder
What?
That many people who I
I can't even-
constantly think about will
Okay.
forget to text me. A reminder that if I want
We start
to
again,
party,
start
I
again.
hate my birthday. I don't actually hate my birthday though. I hate everything that my birthday reminds me of. It's a reminder that I have very little friends. A reminder that many people who I constantly think about will forget to text me. A reminder that if I want
Those
a
pancakes look
party, I
amazing.
need to plan it. I'll also have to text people to invite them to said party and then reply to their text when they respond they can't make it. A reminder I'm a year older and still not closer to knowing what I want to do with my life. I spend the weeks leading up to my birthday dreading it and the day of my birthday crying because my birthday reminds me of everything I try to forget year round. I hate my birthday. I don't actually.
One's in chat if you relate to this. Oh my fucking god. My only comment for this reel was whelp. Damn, right? Tab, you don't? Okay, great. That's good. All I can think about is free food when my birthday comes up. For me, that's not what happens. I have to buy the food. Yeah, Data, you think it's quite dramatic, but that's why I said, like, actually, you might genuinely not relate, and that's perfectly fine. That's actually a good thing. But I feel like a lot of us won't want to admit to relating because we don't want to feel like we're being dramatic or immature or, like, self-centered, attention-grabbing, or whatever it is, but we actually will. I don't think I don't really celebrate my birthday. I call it Perry Day and I wish everyone a happy Perry Day, but I think I do a lot of stuff that's coping mechanisms. A little bit. She has 117k likes, but then says I have no friends. It's almost like having likes on a video aren't indications of having deep, meaningful relationships with other people. Almost. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really celebrate my birthday properly. Like, I wish everyone else wish everyone else a happy Perry Day before they message me, in case they don't message me. I think that's genuinely what it is. And I spend the day by myself, and I do, like, me things. So I eat only Yorkshire puddings, and I see the movies that I want to see, and I get my hair done, and, like, all of this stuff, right? Cleedum's there with me. It's really nice. But, you know, we're basically the same person, so we're kind of, like, glob. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And I don't throw a party in case no one comes. Which is really bad. But, like, if you were to throw a party, you'd have to get everything, like, buy everything yourself and do everything yourself. And of course you would, because we're adults. Of course, that's not, like, a bad thing. But it is a little depressing. Lol, loner. Young. Feel that. Yeah. It's a little depressing. And then every year you're another year older, and then you kind of have to reflect on, like, oh, am I where I wanted to be at this age? A little avoidant, but very sensible. Thank you. BYOB is a big one. Oh my god. Did I tell you? So that party that I went to before that, I wasn't sure I was going to go. I had to be, like, really persuaded to go. And it was like, I really don't want to go to this party. All of that stuff. It was a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you remember me saying. So about, like, 3/4 of the way in, I'm really glad I went because it was so much fun. But about 3/4 of the way in, they start singing happy birthday. And they bring out a cake. And I'm just like, wait, what? And then they say, happy birthday, dear, my friend who invited me, whose house it was. And I was like, oh my god. And I looked at Cleedum. It's his friend first. I looked at Cleedum and he was like, because he didn't know either. And we were just like, yeah. Which means we didn't say happy birthday when we walked in, and I was going to not go. Oh my god. But he didn't, yeah, pretend like you knew. Oh, I did. I really pretended. But, like, he didn't tell us. And I don't know when people's birthdays are. There's too many. I spent my last birthday entirely alone and unacknowledged. Oh my fucking god. Save for Curly and you and chat wishing me happy birthday. Grace! Other than that little movie thing that Maya organized. Oh, Well done, Maya. Oh my... Grace, I'm sorry. I would organize more if I knew you didn't have... I just assume people have plans. Or like, you know, they're doing their own thing. Maya MVP? True. Damn. I never know if I'd be able to have plans. Especially now. Like, if I threw a party now, I genuinely don't know who I would invite. It wouldn't be a party. I could have a dinner party, potentially. About 6 seats I could probably fill. Which is very nice. I think that's just like, that just comes with being in your 20s. Invite all of chat. We could. I plan to spend the entire 24 hours of my birthday in bed. See, that's fun. That's why I use my birthday as an excuse to do whatever the fuck I want, and no one's allowed to get mad at me. I turn off my phone. I don't reply to anything. No meetings. Cancelled. No anything. I'm going to be in bed. I'm going to be playing Persona 3. I'm going to be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm going to be eating nothing but Yorkshire puddings and chocolate fudge cake. I'm going to go to the cinema. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm not going to take any bullshit from anyone. Damn, no Stardew? Not yet. Hi, Orkins, how are you doing? What? What? If I come to London, do I see you? Yes. When are you coming? Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell chat. When? Because I don't know. Players and company excluded, but you know what it's like. Yes, 100. Wait, 100%. Yes. Definitely. We'll get dinner or lunch or drinks or do something cool. Whatever you want. Birthdays are over after 32. Oh, that's sad. Where you just never have another birthday ever again? You exist in some kind of a Jeremy Bearimy time warp. And it just never happens. Yeah, you want to go to the cheese barge? You're French. You'll appreciate that. No dates, but me and my family have come for bank shit. Bank things. We could IRL stream if you're comfortable. That's fun. We could go to a cheese barge. Frenchie live streamer. Did you just call him Frenchie? You just called him Frenchie. That's too far. That's it. Delete your Can you delete your own comment? You can't call him Frenchie. Hi Twitch. How are you doing? You can't. Bonjour, oui, oui, j'adore fromage. Stop it! Stop it! It's le français, exactly. Stop it. Stop. Oh my god. It's a good time to cultivate stronger bonds with that with the continent. Yes, yes. I don't know. I feel like if America and Russia decide to fight Europe, I don't think Europe's gonna win. So even though, like, morally, I'm Team Europe all the way, obviously, not political, I think for personal safety, it's not a good thing that we develop strong ties with Europe. Obviously, that's what we should do and what we are doing, and that's a good thing. But you know what I'm saying, man? I'm gonna move to, like, Rwanda, I think. Technically speaking, there's a character in James Bond called L'American. That's really funny. Wait, why are we suddenly talking about the invasion of Europe? France mentioned. Or is Rwanda bad as a choice? I'm just thinking about someone that's, like, really not involved. Australia, but they got too many links. Too many links. They're English speaking. Too many links. If all war breaks loose, I'm going to my family in Ireland. So, like, right on the Atlantic. Part of the European Union. Militarily as well. That's a choice. Move to North Sentinel Island. I mean, there are probably other reasons to not do that. Oh, Ireland has no military. Oh, perfect. So you can't defend yourselves. And has always been neutral in international coin flicks. I didn't know they didn't actually. That's interesting. Gonna go to Legoland. Nothing bad ever happens in Legoland. That's true. That's true. I might go to, like... I'd want to avoid oceans. I'd avoid oceans in general. Somewhere locked inland. Like West Brazil. Canada, absolutely not. They're going to be invaded first. I don't know if this is true. Non-political. Hi, JK. Bolivia, yes. Paraguay, Uruguay. That sort of vibe. Yeah. Greenland. Find somewhere without lots of desirable resources as well. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Nepal, you could become a hermit and live in Mount Everest. I don't really know what hermits do. I feel like hermits just don't talk to other people, right? Which is kind of what we do anyway. So that's nice. I would run away to where the penguins live. Like South Chile. South Chile might be a shout. Costa Rica's interesting. We can go Costa Rica. Too close. Too north. South America from me. Why am I sitting like this? You're so mean. You're so mean. Okay, here's some more stories about bad birthdays. Okay, are you ready? This might make you feel better about your bad birthdays. Chat, what were your worst birthdays that you've ever had?
Story time of the worst 16th birthday anyone's ever had, ever,
16.
ever. So at the time, I had the worst friend group ever, right? These girls were absolutely horrible to me. But I had no other friends, so I got my mum to book us a caravan for the weekend. Mum paid for the caravan, and she paid for all the food that we had whilst we were there. And I asked them to chip in a £5 for the food, and they had a hissy fit over this £5, and none of them even gave me it. And then 3 of them didn't even bring me a birthday card. But anyways, on the first night, my mum stayed with us, and the girls were drinking behind my mum's back while she was there, which is like a no. Disrespectful. But I didn't know about that. And then on the second day, I got so obliterated, paralytically drunk, right, that I was in bed at 10:30. And my best friend from this friend group at the time decided it was a really good idea to go through my phone, open all my birthday messages, send herself embarrassing pictures of me from my camera roll to her phone, go through mine and her boyfriend at the time's messages when we were all just friends, post on my private story,
what the fuck?
Pictures of herself crying to my phone, whilst the other 3 girls were making the caravan an absolute state. Insert video.
Oh my god.
It was my actual birthday, and everybody knew that I was wearing a pink silk dress, right? One of the girls also shows up in a very basically identical pink silk dress on my birthday. And then when I brought it up and I was like, this is not okay, they all gaslighted me into thinking that I was the one being dramatic, that, oh, can she not look fit even because it's your birthday? So I just left it, right? Then we started drinking on the day of my actual birthday. We have the last night that we're there. And the girl who went through my phone invites her man, right? Her man brings a 20-year-old man with him who walks in and starts rolling Zaza in front of me in my caravan.
Fuck?
And then I go to bed.
Oh my god.
She stays on the sofa bed with her man, but that sofa bed is in the kitchen. So when I go to the kitchen to get myself a drink, I sit down to have a conversation with them because, you know, cool. She is getting in front of me underneath the covers, and I didn't know until she told me the next morning. At this point, the other 3 girls are really pissed off because they aren't getting no lad attention because I were kind of flirting with the 20-year-old who I didn't know was 20. So they took all the alcohol and locked themselves in the bedroom. Then the next day when we plan to leave, everyone's cleaning, everyone's leaving, etc. I go home, I beef them all, and they all turn around on me. That is only one of the many, many, many stories I have about this friendship group.
Oh my god. Zaza's weed, yeah. The devil's lettuce. Those are not friends. Oh my god. They came round. They trashed the place. They were mean to her mum. They refused to chip in. They invited their boyfriend randomly, and then the friend who was 20 when they're 16, which is fucking weird. They don't tell her she's 20, so she's flirting with him, which is weird and dangerous. They get annoyed that she's not paying them attention, so they steal the alcohol and lock themselves in the bedroom on her birthday. They go through her phone and upload to her stories embarrassing things from her DMs with her boyfriend and like embarrassing pictures of herself. Oh my god. Oh, and they do like sexy things in front of her without telling her. Well, not without telling her, they do it. That is not okay. Chat, what's your worst birthday that you've ever had? Dinner and a show. Stop it, Twitch. What's to complain about? I don't know about the dress thing, to be fair. That's the one thing I wasn't like on board with. But I guess what she's saying is they did it on purpose. And I guess she would know. They wore the same dress as her on purpose. But I don't know. My mum did get me a Porsche for my 18th. What? Oh, didn't. Oh, that was your confession. I read that one in my head, yeah. didn't get you a Porsche. I'm sorry, Byung. I'm so sorry. That must have been really upsetting and traumatizing for you. I don't have B days. Oh, I'm sorry. This one because I'm old. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it would not have been better if they told her no. No. You don't really celebrate them. I got food poisoning every odd birthday from 7 to 11. The fuck were they feeding you? Was there like a special thing you'd eat on your birthday? That's so upsetting. Yeah, your mom not getting you a Porsche was, yeah, your reality broke down through a tantrum. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I do the same thing. That's only a rational response to that, yeah. According to my mom, on my 6th birthday, I had a bunch of friends over to my house and I locked myself in the bathroom and cried. Guess I was introverted. Oh, that's so sweet. When I was like maybe 7, 8, my mom organized this massive quiz on my birthday and like all of the people from my class came over. It was really fun. It was really nice. But she organized this massive like sit down quiz and the winner got like a prize. It was mostly just chocolate, I think. But it was really cool. And I was participating in the quiz because, you know, it's my birthday. Why would I not participate? But I didn't like know what the questions were or anything. And I won. And everyone got really mad and really annoyed. And like one kid cried because they said it was rigged. It was unfair that I won. I didn't want the chocolate anymore. It's really sad. Fun sponges, I know. Even if it was rigged, it's my birthday. But then again, they were just kids. My mum arranged a how well did you know you quiz for me and my friends for your birthday, and you came 3rd. Oh. Wait, does that mean that you don't really know? Does that mean that your mum doesn't really know you? Oops. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, here's another one.
Okay, little nighttime get unready with me while I do a story time on why I was in the hospital. On my birthday, might I add. Okay, so basically, this all starts kind of when I was, like, really young. This is such, like, a weird story time to get. Okay, anyways. I've always had, I guess, like, larger tonsils. So when I was younger, I used to get strep throat, like, literally all the time. To the point where they were like, you should get your tonsils removed. And I was kind of just like, I didn't really have the time, pretty much. It's, like, kind of, like, a hard thing to recover from. Like, not really. It's just inconvenient. So I was like, no. So I didn't. And I really just, like, stopped getting it as much. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Flash forward to, like, the weekend before my birthday week. We were on Thanksgiving break, so I was, like, you know, having a good time, going out, enjoying my week off. And, like, Sunday before we returned to school, I was like, wow, my throat's feeling a little scratchy. And in my head, since I have that, like, association, I was like, oh, beginning of strep throat, I'll take Dayquil. So I started to take Dayquil and just kind of hoped it would go away. And then it wasn't. And it literally got to the point where I could not swallow, like, my food or drinks or anything without it, like, actually, like, hurting so bad. And then finally, this one night, I, like, woke up crying. And, like, I could not go back to sleep because of how uncomfortable my throat was. And this was, like, a Thursday morning, and my birthday, like, party thing was on a Friday. So me and my mom, we couldn't, like, find a doctor's appointment, so we just went to urgent care. And this doctor, like, looked at my throat, and I kid you not, he started laughing. He was like, oh, this isn't something you see every day, and, like, got excited.
Oh my god.
And was like, yeah, no, this isn't strep, so, like, we can't just give you antibiotics. And he basically told me it needed to, like, be looked into further, and that they didn't have the supplies to do that at the urgent care I was at. And he was like, yeah, you should probably go to the emergency room. And I was like, sorry, what? And he was like, yeah, we'll give you some steroids, and then on your way you go. So me and my mom were shocked, but we also were like, okay, we'll listen to you. Like, sure,
It's
you're
a
right.
tennis ball.
So me and my mom end up, you know, on our way to the ER. So we get to the hospital, we check in, a doctor looks at me, and she tells me that it's not both my tonsils. It's just one of them. That's, like, really, really big. And then she said that I needed to get a CT scan and an IV. And I started freaking out because I literally hate needles. Hate them. Like, last time I got a shot, I fainted. So I was freaking out. Ended up doing the CT scan. They looked at it and they were like, yeah, so basically what it was bacteria that was like trapped in my throat. Because my tonsil was so big, it like kept it there instead of just like flushing it down and letting my like, immune system deal with it. And so she was like, yeah, so we'll just give you antibiotics through the IV and you know, you'll be here for a couple of days. And me and my mom stopped her real quick. And we were like, sorry, did you just say a couple of days? Because my birthday party is tomorrow. And she was like, yeah, let me see if I can do anything about that. So their solution was that they were going to put me on antibiotics, try and drain it while I was there with like a syringe and stuff and a needle. And then if it got worse, I would go back on like Sunday. So they literally put like numbing stuff in my tonsil and then got like a syringe with a needle and like try to like get some of that bacteria out. And they didn't get that much. But they just gave me antibiotics and they're like, okay, come back if it gets bad. So I started taking the antibiotics and as much as I wanted them to work, they just weren't. It was not getting better. And I was taking ibuprofen like every day to try and make it not hurt so bad. And I was like, okay, this can't be normal. Like, I shouldn't really be having to do this. So we went back. And we went back, like, on my birthday night after, like, I had dinner and stuff. We were like, okay, like, we had fun. Now we have to go to the ER back. Let's go. So we went back, told the doctors what happened. When I tell you, I don't know what's going around right now, but literally everyone was sick. Just to get from the waiting room into, like, the actual hospital took 6 hours. I was in the waiting room for 6 hours. So we got there like 8:30, and then we got let into like a room at like 2:30ish. And then from 2 to 5, they were doing more tests, more blood tests, gave me an IV again with antibiotics. And they were like, yeah, they did another CT scan. And they were like, okay, it looks like it's definitely not getting better, so
Great.
We're gonna have to try and drain that thing again. But this time, they wanted to do it with like a scalpel, like a knife, like to cut it. This is where it gets a little gruesome, so I'm so sorry. They gave me, like, numbing stuff. They also gave me, like, morphine through an IV to, like, calm me down, chill me out. And I was, like, flipping out.
I don't know if I want to hear
What
this.
to do was just, like, sit there, open my mouth, and, like, she was just gonna, like, go at it.
Ah!
So I was terrified, to say the least. So they numbed me up and drugged me up. And then this girl came with her little headlight. They also did this, like, in the room that I was in because they couldn't get me to, like, an actual room because it was so crowded. So she has her little headlight on, and I'm just sitting there with my mouth open, and she's literally just like going at my freaking mouth. And I'm gonna put some details. I kid you not, I could literally feel the like layers like tearing as she was cutting through. It was traumatic. So there I was just sitting there crying while she had this thing in my mouth. I was just like there.
That's what I was
like,
thinking. Heads up.
It was so bad. And I was just crying while she was just like doing it. And then she's like, okay, I can tell this isn't working. We'll probably just take you to the OR and we'll knock you out. And then we'll continue this. And I was like, okay, please just do that. So they gave me a little clothes to change into. So cute. They put me on a little wheelchair. And then off they took me to the OR room. And basically, they kind of gave me the whole rundown of what it was going to be like under anesthesia. And they also told me that they're going to put, like, a whole breathing tube in me. But they're like, don't worry, it'll be out by the time you wake up. And I was like, okay. So, literally the last thing I remember is they're like, we're going to give you happy juice. And I was like, okay. And then I was, like, in the OR room, and they were like, how was your birthday? And I was like, it was, like, so fun. And I just remember talking to them. And they were all looking down at me like, like, obviously waiting for me to, like, knock out so they could get going. And then I woke up, and I was like, what?
They asked her, after all of this, so how was your birthday? After all of that, that's what the OR nurses asked with their chest. Was this before or after the birthday party? So it seemed like she had about 10 minutes of a birthday party in between taking antibiotics and then being rushed to the hospital. She decided, well, I'm still going to go and have my birthday party. And then she was like, no, I can't anymore. I have to go back to the hospital. How was your birthday? I didn't want to know a lot about that, actually. I didn't want to know all those details. It seems pretty straightforward. Okay, here's another one. This is from Podcast Boys. Ooh. But I don't think they're Podcast Boys TM. I think they're just Podcast Boys.
What's the shittest birthday that you've ever had?
Lockdown. I turned 21. I was at home. My sister had moved out, so wasn't allowed to come over, obviously. And I was just watching Impractical Jokers on the sofa with my mum.
Aww.
That sounds
Mine
nice.
was worse than yours. I was 15. I got
That
an
sounds
after-school detention.
What a little bitch. That sounds so nice. What a little bitch boy.
But didn't want to tell my mum about it because I felt ashamed.
Wait, what did you do?
So I lied to her and said that I was going to just
on the sofa with my mum.
Oh.
That's chill, yeah.
Mine was worse than yours. I was 15. I got an after-school detention, but
Whoa.
didn't want to tell my mum about it because I felt ashamed. So I lied to her and said
detention.
that I was going to just meet a friend after school. Did the after-school detention. It started absolutely pissing it down. I was drenched. Have you ever had rain in your eyes?
That's called crying.
The one thing that was getting me through is that my mum said that we could have Nando's for tea.
Nice.
Get in. My mum's like, surprise, I've made homemade Nando's. What's that, Joanna? Fucking chicken fillet that you put in the microwave and some chips. I was devastated.
Did your mum microwave chicken?
No, I don't know why I said that.
Tell you what a good way to have avoided that would have been.
What?
Just behave yourself.
True. If that is not a lesson to just behave yourself, guys, I don't know.
Okay, one, that sounds like still quite a nice birthday. But two, if you're excited for Nando's and then your mum says, no, we have Nando's at home. I get it. I get it. Madge. What the fuck is that, Joanne? No, it doesn't hit the same. Okay, it's not quite my dad's a crack addict and he left me in the car for 5 hours while he went and did meth with the boys under the bridge. It's not quite that. But he was promised Nando's. I just remember my worst birthday. Twitch, what was it? What's your what's your worst birthday? Did she die on the operating table and she's a ghost telling us the story? No, I think it was just that moose. It wasn't like a great story, to be honest, if I'm being completely real. I want it, Maya. Give me your story. I survived the entire fucking pandemic. Then in 2021, caught it a week before my birthday. And it was the worst on my birthday. Oh, you got COVID. This is why, like, you couldn't even breathe. Damn. Damn. This wasn't anyone's birthday, I don't think. Well, it was like a week or two before mine, but like, whatever. That was when Cleed got COVID and sepsis at the same time. We had to go to the hospital. And then we got COVID again from the hospital. So. Oh, well. Sepsis. Mortality is a bit of a surprise, but it really hammers that home as well because you're already thinking about mortality on your birthday because you're getting like a year older. You're already thinking about mortality. It's like already a thing. And then you get sick and like you might die at the same time. It just really hits that point home even more. When I got it, I thought I was dying. Holy shit, did he live? Nah, Cleed's dead. That's why he's never on camera. Wait, that's not funny. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's a ghost and I really am just talking to myself. He's a ghost, holy shit. It was a bit of an insult when they gave me a cake and asked me to blow out the candles because you couldn't fucking breathe. That's so funny. Rip. Law. On my 18th, my best friend at the time and I had a joint birthday. My longtime boyfriend at the time lived in a flat in London with his older sister and his best friend. They will call him Jose. But my boyfriend was with me. I got a call from Jose's mum. I didn't know her. So distressed, asking where her son is. Basically, Jose left a towel to dry on top of his halogen lamp and went to take a shower. Most of the flat and their stuff in it burnt down. So my boyfriend had to go home, then call all possible hospitals to track Jose down. Thankfully, he was okay. Also, my bestie's Psycho X restraining order level bumped into us outside, and that was a whole thing too. Oh my god. That selfish whore, he took your thunder. He made it all about him. Wow. Wow. What did the restraining order level person do? That really is some law. It really is. My dad left on my 6th birthday. Oh shit, Michael. Got officially divorced from my mum on my 7th, and then on my 8th got remarried to the woman he cheated on my mum with, and had the audacity to invite my sister and me over. He's a prick. On your birthday every year? Was he doing it on purpose? That feels like he was doing it on purpose. It's very specific. Like on that day every year he's gonna do these momentous things. Oh my god. My worst birthday was way back when. It snowed the whole week leading up to my birthday, and then it was dry and had to go to school on my birthday. Then it snowed the day after for the next week too. You do accept that other people's stories are a little bit worse than this one. No, but God was spitting on you is what happened there, Nebula. God was absolutely fucking you in the ass. Every day before and after your birthday was a school day. Was a non-school day. Absolute raging. That's God. Couldn't fucking believe it. I know. Actually outrageous. Okay, and this is my last one. I just put Sag. Oh yeah, this is a rough one to end on, really. I hope this is just a minor plot twist, because how did everyone cancel on my birthday dinner and I'm literally on my way on the bus dressed like this to a reservation no one is attending. Oh. But birthdays do matter. I know as adults they matter less. And we don't want to be like dramatic or self-centered or whatever. But they do matter because of all the emotional, momentous stuff that carries on from our childhood. We've associated them throughout our entire lives with day that I am validated, regardless of whether or not that's conscious now or if we know in our heads that that doesn't apply anymore because we're adults. Throughout our childhood, we've associated that day with day that I am validated and people who love me show me that they love me. And so when something like that happens, it does hurt more than it would hurt on any other day. I forgot my girlfriend's birthday and oh man, I got told off so bad. Was it like the first one together or is this... How long have you been together? That's bad. That is bad. Cleet, I swear to God. I swear to actual God. Sorry. I'm sorry. You have to put it in your phone. Put it on your Google Calendar or whatever it is. I remember the worst thing Psycho X did, but can't say because people could deduce who it is from my previous story. But the police got involved. Damn. I don't know anyone like that. A boy from my school went to prison because he stabbed someone, but I wasn't there when that happened. And it is London. I don't know. I can't remember if I knew someone from school who killed their dad or if that was an episode of Friends. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But bad. All right, guys. Guys. This one was a bit of a short one. Thank you guys so much for the stream today. If you like what you see, remember to follow. I hope I haven't bummed you out. Actually. From the rest of it. This one was a little bit of a short one. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. If you like what you see, remember to follow. If you don't, do it anyway. Twitter for announcements, Instagram for pictures, and Discord for everything else. I got TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, and I post regularly, so make sure to subscribe. And the next stream is tomorrow at tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, 4 p.m. at 4 p.m. British time. That's BST. Thank you so much. Be there or be square. And that's the stream. That's the stream. Just remember, guys, no matter how awkward or weird your birthday is, it wasn't this. I cried for 2 days straight. Oh, Panda. Oh, no. And please wish me a happy birthday. It is not my birthday. So you don't need to do that. For some reason, I get birthday wishes like every week. I think people don't know when my birthday is because I've never like said. But yeah. So this one's for the absent parents that we discussed in bad parenting, okay? It's all you'd ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm still moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you
a bit on the nose. Bye!